in this we said, we'll just keep practicing with this. We're going to go over our homework for next week. I'm going to turn to page 10. We got a homework for next week. And I would remind you that this is an action class, so your homework during the week is actually as important or more important than what you're doing here, because that's when you're actually going out. You're actually doing the discipleship. You're doing the hands-on. You're actually experiencing, not just listening. You're actually getting mentored in practice. So I really want to try to encourage you to take your homework as seriously as you can. First of all, we're going to do a list of 100 people. So if you looked up appendix, page 31, is a list of 100 people. So on page 31, here's what I want you to do. I want you to list down all your friends, co-workers, neighbors, relatives, who you have a relation with, to who you got some influence over. And I know you might not get to 100, but just start. And then there might be your sister, your family member, there might be co-workers. And as you get down to 60, 70, it might be the mailman, it might be, something, it might be less and less. But I want you to sit down and write down a list of 100 people that you have a relationship with. And then you can see there's 3 boxes: believer, unknown, or unbeliever. And check those boxes when you write that down versus date down. This is going to let you see that if all your people you know are believers, then how are you going to relate, how are you going to reach out to somebody if all you know is believers, or if all you know is unbelievers. If you look at the timeline, we draw up here real quick. If you have this timeline right here, and this right here is years you are a Christian, years you are a Christian, and this right here is number of non-Christian friends you have, non-Christian. When you begin, it's about all your friends, and most of them are not Christian. The more time you spend in Christ, the more time you go to church, your church, next thing you know, that your number of non-Christian friends is about to zip, because we're trying to get you out. And so you end up here 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the faith, and you ask you to go out and meet someone, and all of a sudden you have no non-Christian friends. How are you going to reach someone if all your friends are Christian? And that just happens when in the church. We just slowly, so we want to write this number down, and then as you check, put down how many believers, how many unbelievers you do. And this is going to let you see who you have an influence over. So I want you to start on that for next week. It's not filling out your list. We're going to use that. There are 3 or 4 different exercises throughout the next coming 7 weeks. So spend some time filling that out. You go back to page 10. Your homework, again, is write out your story, your testimony of what difference it makes in your life to be a child of God, that you're a Christian. It should be 3 to 4 minutes long. Now, I know we all hear some testimonies of 20-minute long that are given in church services or celebrate recovery. But every person needs to have a 3-minute testimony that if you're sitting next to them in the Waffle House, in the bar, in the gym, you someone asks, 3-minute testimony, and the testimony doesn't have to necessarily include, I was a drunk and God saved me the candle. I was this. That 3-minute testimony needs to be, what difference does it make in my life right now today that I'm a Christian and I'm following Jesus? If somebody asks you, Gary, Danny, what difference does it make in your life right now that you're a Christian, and you're like, well, I don't know, then why would they want to be? If you cannot share what the difference in your life at this moment that you know Christ, then how are you going to convince someone? If you're a Girl Scout cookie, you say, you want to buy these cookies? And say, wow, I mean, you're going to want to say the prayer. You need to be able to share your testimony in about 3 minutes. And I know the testimonies are unique to situation. You normally just don't jump into someone and telling some testimony. It's usually to a part of a conversation that you've been in and that a context that you're at. But you need to have that core that you can adjust to whatever situation that you are. So everyone needs to practice, write it down. their 3-minute testimony. Because next week when we come back, we're going to practice sharing. I might say here that you come sit and watch, listen to, and you just trade live, you never get a chance to practice. But next week we're going to get to practice sharing your testimony. We're going to pair off with someone, and say I pair off with Pete, and I'm supposed to share, like I said before, Bill at the gym. I'm going to say, Pete, you're going to be Bill, the person at the gym I need to share my testimony with. And then he's going to listen, and I'm going to share my testimony for 3 minutes with Pete. He's going to listen and give me some feedback. And then Pete's going to share with me. Say, there's a coach at the soccer I need to share with my with, and he's going to practice share with me. So that way, you get a chance of practicing it, and you know, and we looked at those names of those people, pick like 5 names of those 100 who you want to practice sharing that with, and trying to make it different. I mean, my testimony to someone at Cusco that owns a $10 million house in business is going to be different than my testimony to a guy inside the street who's struggling with cocaine addiction. You know, you need to be able to relate your testimony to different. So everyone next week, practice, write it down, you know, whatever it takes, your 3-minute testimony, and we're going to practice sharing it. And then your action. And so see on page 7. Bless one person without any strings attached, without trying to talk about God or getting any acknowledgement. Bless one person. And then reflect on how your heart felt when you did that. What if you could live a life of blessing? How might you be different? How might it develop street credibility if every Christian lived that way? So the best way to potentially try to bless someone, work on that list of 100, and as you do that, it's going to let you see the people that you connect with, the people that you know. It'll let you see your life, how many non-Christians you know, how many Christians you know, how many don't know, so how you're related to them. And then work on, write down your 3-minute testimony. If you get to 4 minutes, you're too long. Then most people are going to tune out, you know, by that time. So it needs to be, you know, 3 minutes is a good bar to shoot with. And like I said, it's your testimony. There's no right way, there's no wrong way of doing it. But we all need to practice sharing testimony. We all need to practice sharing the gospel, because you can go to work, you can go someplace, and you can be really nice to people. You can give them gifts, you can help them move, you can help them do whatever they can. You can be the kindest person, and your popularity is going to increase. You're going to make friends. You're going to be a real great person. But unless you mention Jesus, unless you share the testimony, your ministry is going to decrease. And it's not. So we all need to get comfortable to those places where we can introduce our testimony and share the gospel in those conversations that we have every day. So that's what we're going to practice on for next week. And so we are going to close now. And I want to ask if someone here feels comfortable, will lead us in closing the prayer.
Dear God, I just pray for everybody in this room. I just pray that everybody's heart is just on fire, dear Lord, just to be a disciple, just to step out of our comfort zone and just share your love with those people, dear God. I just pray that you put it on our heart, that we hear you, that those people that we need to speak with this week, that we need to share with, dear God. I thank you for this time together with my brothers and sisters in the church, and just getting to know them better, just these relationships that we're building here. Just give us that desire just to change this community, just to change this city, just to change this world, dear Lord. We love you and we pray in your name. Amen.
2 final notes. The homework assignments, the video that I'm doing when I'm going to convert to MP4, put on YouTube, they'll be posted on the Toney website and Toney group. So if you missed and want to go back and review, they will be available for you if you want to ever use them. And then the final note is we're going to put all the round tables up against the wall here and the chairs up, so if you have time to stick around and help do that, we'd love to have you help. And we'll see you here about 9:45 next week. and I was told to leave these three tables right here.
I was a little tired. It was a little cold out there. A little cold. Yeah, just
Set up. Well, these three tables right here set up in front of us.
Send me a website. I'll go. So I get a test run.